Ever feel like you've given everything you've got, only to end up exhausted and alone? That's exactly where the prophet Elijah found himself. This was a man who wasn't afraid of anything. He called fire down from heaven. He stood boldly before powerful kings. He single-handedly proved to an entire nation that the Lord was the one true God. He was a champion, a hero of the faith. But after the incredible victory, after the fire and the rain, came the silence, and with the silence, a threat. The wicked Queen Jezebel sent him a chilling message. By this time tomorrow, you'll be dead. And the same man who faced down 450 false prophets ran for his life from one angry woman. He ran until he couldn't run anymore, collapsing in the desert under a lone broom tree. He prayed a prayer that many of us might understand. "I've had enough, Lord," he whispered. "Just take my life." This wasn't a crisis of faith. It was a crisis of exhaustion. He had hit his absolute limit. But God's response wasn't a lecture or a lightning bolt. As Elisha slept, an angel gently woke him. "Get up and eat." Beside him, miraculously, were freshly baked bread and a jar of water. He ate, drank, and fell back asleep, completely spent. The angel came a second time. "Get up and eat, because the journey ahead is too much for you." This divine meal wasn't just for a few hours of energy. It sustained Elijah for an incredible journey. 40 days and 40 nights, all the way to Mount Horeb, the mountain of God. It was the same mountain where God had given the law to Moses. There, Elijah found a cave and hid, nursing his despair. And in the darkness of that cave, God's voice came to him, not with a command, but with a question. "Elijah, what are you doing here?" It was an invitation, to be honest. And Elisha poured out his heart. "I have been so zealous for you, Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, torn down your altars, and put your prophets to death with the sword. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too." He felt completely and utterly alone, the last faithful person on earth. God heard his pain. Then he said, "Go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." What happened next was a display of terrifying power. A mighty wind so strong it shattered the rocks of the mountain roared past. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, the ground began to tremble and shake in a violent earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a raging fire swept across the mountain. Elijah had seen God work through fire before, but this time was different. After the wind, the earthquake, and the fire, there was a gentle whisper, a still, small voice. When Elisha heard it, he knew. He pulled his cloak over his face, because in that quiet moment, God was closer than ever before. In the silence, God dismantled Elijah's despair. He spoke directly to his deepest fears. "You are not alone," the whispers seemed to say. "I have reserved 7,000 in Israel who have not bowed down to Baal." 7,000. Elijah thought he was the only one, but an entire community of faithful people was hidden in plain sight. Then, God gave him a new purpose. He didn't scold Elisha for his fear or his exhaustion. He gave him a new mission, new people to anoint, and a successor, Elisha, to walk alongside him. God didn't just tell him he wasn't alone. He gave him a friend for the journey. Elijah left that mountain a changed man. He arrived full of despair and left with a quiet peace. He learned that God's greatest work isn't always in the fire and the earthquake. Sometimes it's in the quiet presence, the gentle whisper that restores the soul. Maybe you're feeling like Elijah today, burnt out, afraid, or feeling like you're the only one trying to do the right thing. Remember this story. God isn't absent in your silence. He's not waiting to rebuke you. He's waiting to restore you. So listen carefully. In the quiet moments, past all the noise and chaos of life, you might just hear him speaking. Thanks for watching.